We've always known Japan not just as the land of the rising sun, but also the land of the most peculiar traditions, practices, and inventions. Being an island nation with a long history of isolation, it's only natural that Japan develops a unique kind of culture that's a mishmash of innovative and absurd. But some of their cultural quirks will just make your head spin in confusion. Today, we're counting down the 11 crazy things you will only find in Japan. What's up, Factnatics? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Kawaii or creepy? You'll surely be faced with that dilemma once we get to our number one pick, so stick around for that. Let's say konnichiwa to these Japanese curiosities. Number 11. Family for rent.
We as gay people, we get to choose our family. You know, we get to choose the people that we're around.
Well, even if you're not gay, in Japan, you also get to choose your family. Well, that's if you have $200 per day to spare, just like this man, whose wife and daughter passed away years ago and now rents a wife and daughter once every 3 to 4 months to ease his loneliness, even just for a day. Family rental services have been offered in Japan since the early 1990s. Some agencies say that this service aims to address the widespread social isolation phenomenon in Japan because people are so focused on work that they neglect social interactions and forming actual relationships. But before you dismiss this as some sort of clandestine escort service, there are actually strict rules to renting out family members. Kissing, for one, is strictly not allowed. Even comedian and TV host Conan O'Brien once tried out the rental service to see what all the fuss was about.
I left Family Romance about an hour and 20 minutes ago. I am back in my hotel room in Tokyo, and I have a family.
And if you need that extra dose of encouragement that you don't get from your nuclear family, they'd be more than willing to shower you with all the praises and compliments, which, to be honest, is all we really need to lift our spirits up these days. Right, Conan?
It would mean a lot to me if you said, I like you more than your brothers.
I like you more than your brothers.
Yes! I'm the best one, right?
Yes, of course. You are my favorite son.
Yes! Again, hugging. I like the hugging.
Keep watching because our number one pick will either get you excited or terrified about your upcoming Japan getaway. There's no middle ground. Number 10, Robotic Hospitality. Ever wonder what it's like to interact with the mostly robotic staff in a hotel?
Welcome to the Hello Hotel.
In Nagasaki, Japan, sci-fi fans can live out their dystopian fantasy when they check in at the Hen-Na Hotel, the world's first hotel where robots work as staff. Right at the reception, you'll already be greeted by either a humanoid Japanese woman or a broken English-speaking bow-tied dinosaur.
Please move to the right touch panel and check in.
Once you check in, a plethora of intelligent robots and automatons are ready to assist you, from carrying your luggage, providing directions around the hotel, to turning off your lights.
明かり消して。
明かり消します。ピ。
Lights off.
Although the hotel's concept highlights the use of robots as staff, of course, there are still human employees in the background. The hotel owner views it as a step towards a future where intelligent robots can coexist in a productive and efficient work setting with humans, something one would expect in a technologically advanced country like Japan.
Shut up and take my money.
Number 9. High-tech toilets. While a lot of people in the West are still averse to the idea of bidets, the Japanese are already miles ahead when it comes to their toilet business. In fact, 80% of Japanese households already own an electronic toilet, and truth be told, you have no idea how much we're missing out on. How about a toilet that has an automatic lid, heated seats, and built-in deodorizer? Imagine not having to worry that your colleagues find out that you did number 2 in the office bathroom.
I can't take it anymore.
And when you want to hang out longer inside the bathroom, these toilets also have a butt massager. It's a gift that keeps on giving! Plus, using bidets instead of toilet paper is way more environmentally friendly.
Not only is it better for your own personal hygiene, not only is it better for the environment, it also just feels really good every time you use the bathroom.
And just like your favorite mobile app, some more advanced toilets have a control panel that can introduce new features through a software update. You really can't help but feel like a king while you're sitting on these ceramic thrones. Number 8. Burger eating cover. In traditional Japanese culture, it is considered attractive for women to have ochobo, which is basically keeping your mouth tiny and covering your mouth when you need to open it in public.
I'm having a relationship with my pizza.
So what's a Japanese girl to do when, for instance, she needs to take a bite out of a big, juicy, scrumptious burger? One day, Japanese fast food joint Freshness Burger noticed that their largest offering on the menu, the Classic Burger, was only famous among their male customers. And because they can't let traditional sexist manners get in the way of women enjoying their signature burger, the company came up with the Liberation Wrapper. It's quite an intimidating name for what is essentially nothing more than an oversized burger wrapper that's meant to cover a woman's face while she's devouring their classic burger. To add to the illusion of a well-mannered lady, the wrapper also features a tiny-mouthed, half-smiling woman. 'Cause she's a classy lady, you know? Number 7. Quirky vending machines. What do a live beetle, a head of lettuce, a pair of socks, a board game, and a pair of used ladies' underpants have in common? You can get all of them in a Japanese vending machine. Wait, used ladies' underpants? What?
This is how you buy used panties at the Japanese AV store. 10 bucks. Press a button. I'm free to do with my hand.
The Japanese are not messing around when it comes to their vending machines, I'll give them that. Hungry? Why settle for chips and candy bars when you can get a warm, home-cooked curry rice, a box of pizza, or if you're the adventurous type, hornet larvae?
Now, I wasn't exactly expecting the larvae to be quite so soggy, but when I sniffed them, they smelled okay.
Actually, it kind of doesn't smell that bad. It kind of smells like a sort of like a soy sauce, like a saltiness.
Damn! Doing some last-minute souvenir shopping? How about some personalized seals, bug snacks, or even a mystery box? Due to high labor costs for expensive real estate, these vending machines have become the most efficient way to bring consumer goods directly to the Japanese people. And I'm living for them! Number 6. Square watermelons. Yep, you heard that right. Square watermelons are an actual thing in Japan. In 1978, Tomoyuki Ono, a graphic artist, presented these square watermelons in Ginza, Tokyo. He then further applied for and received a patent for this invention. These days, in the Kagawa Prefecture, the cubic watermelons are grown in boxes, therefore taking their shape. Compared to the usual round or oval-shaped watermelons, these square ones are easier to transport and more convenient to store inside the fridge. However, because only about 200 of these bad boys are harvested every year, they are sold from anywhere between $75 to $200 a piece. Oh, and by the way, farmers recommend displaying it rather than eating it because why waste such a beautiful thing of art? But in case you're wondering what it tastes like, Number 5, Baby Crying Festival. Did you know that the Japanese celebrate around 200,000 festivals each year? And some of these festivities are just so peculiar that they will leave you scratching your head. There's the Cursing Festival, where people swear at priests to relieve stress. The Laughing Festival, where participants laugh in unison. And then there's the Nakisumo Matsuri, or the Baby Crying Festival. Yes, they deliberately make babies cry. This tradition comes from a Japanese belief that the loud crying of babies can ward off evil spirits. Additionally, a bizarre Japanese proverb that says, crying babies grow fast.
この赤ちゃんの内にこもる邪気を発散したり、また外から。
Babies aged 4 months to 2 years are dressed in traditional sumo attire and are carried by sumo wrestlers to face each other. Depending on the region, the baby who either cries first or the loudest is declared the winner. Honey, get the baby dressed. We're going to Japan. Number 4, a monster citizen. Where else can you find a fictional character, let alone the king of monsters himself, being granted citizenship? Only in Japan. Since his first appearance in 1954, the gigantic atomic lizard, aka Godzilla, has become a cultural phenomenon and a global icon in his own right. So the mayor of Shinjuku, the place that Godzilla destroyed in 3 of his movies, only saw it fitting to award the ferocious beast his long overdue citizenship. But it doesn't stop there, because Godzilla was also offered to become a tourism ambassador for the city and was granted special residency. They even put up a giant Godzilla bust at the Toho headquarters, the Japanese film studio that created the legendary character. He's really come a long way, hasn't he? I hope he doesn't get a big head. Number 3, sleeping on the job. When you're routing about around Tokyo, it's not uncommon to see salarymen taking a nap in the most unusual places like cafes, public parks, and sidewalks, or even inside the metro. You see, Japanese workers are some of the most overworked and sleep-deprived employees in the world, and there's even a local word for it, karoshi, which means death from overwork. This is why the practice of inamuri has become widely accepted in Japanese workplaces. But it's a little more complicated than just merely taking a nap while at work. Inamuri means present while sleeping, and this entails being able to quickly get back to work and regain composure when required, immediately after catching some Z's. This also means no sleeping under the desk or on a table. Basically, you have to pretend you're still working while dozing off. Number 2, blue traffic lights. Red means stop, yellow means slow down, and green means go. So, what the heck does the blue light mean? In Japan, you will find traffic lights with shades of blue for go instead of green. Blame it on using only one word, oyi, to describe both colors. The Japanese language only includes words for 4 primary colors: black, white, red, and blue. So the corresponding term for blue is also used to describe anything green. When Japanese used green in their traffic lights to signal go, linguists objected because oyi was still used in official documents, thus creating confusion. In 1973, the government compromised, mandating that traffic lights use the quote-unquote bluest shade of green possible, abiding by acknowledged road signs and signals worldwide, and also justifying the nomenclature used in the law. That's Japanese bureaucracy for you. Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1, Valley of Dolls. The small village of Nagoro in Shikoku, Japan, only has less than 30 living residents. The rest? Life-sized dolls in place of the departed residents. It's eerily kawaii. In 2002, Tsukimi Ayano, an artist and former resident of the village, returned home only to find the shrinking population of Nagoro due to the fact that the younger residents decided to move to bigger cities. So, to bring back a certain sense of normalcy to the quiet town, Ayano decided to create life-size dolls representing residents who left or died. Starting with a scarecrow in the image of her father to shoo away birds from damaging crops in their family's plot, over the years, Ayano has created over 300 more scarecrow-like dolls scattered all over the village. There's a family waiting at a bus stop, a classroom full of plush children, a gymnasium filled with villagers, and many others randomly placed along roads and fields.
先が暗い考え、どういうふうになってるかもとかそんなあんまり今は考えなくって、今を楽しくやっていけたらいいかなと思うんで、もう先がどうなって暗いのは。
So, which of these finally convinced you to book that long overdue Japanese holiday? Let us know in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? If going on a swimming trip is more up your alley, then here are some places you might want to consider. Check out our list of the 10 most insane pools that will blow your mind. Till then, stay quirky, Factnatics, and see you in the next video!